Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will see the practical implementation of creating the component in an Angular application. In the previous video, we have learned about the command how to create the component, right? Now let's try to see the practical implementation of this one. For creating a component in Angular application, first what we need to do, we need to create an application, right? Let's try to create an application. We know the command for creating an application. It is nothing but ng new the name of the application. I am taking it as hello world, as this one is a sample application only. I am creating ng new hello world. So if you want defaults, means you can take the defaults like hyphen defaults, or otherwise you can remove this one. So just try to see the options. What are the options you'll be getting? So first it will ask about the routing. So let's see whether it will ask about the routing or not. So some of the options it will be asked for creating an application. It is asking that whether you want to add the Angular routing or not. Capital N means the default one is, if you don't mention any option, that is no. If you want to mention other than no means why you need to mention. So I want, so no. So I am taking CSS. So I am creating the npm packages also. So let's create the let's install the node modules and all those things, and we'll come after installing this one. So the node modules has been successfully installed. Depending on your internet connection or network bandwidth, so it will take some time to install. So for me it's installed. Now let's try to open this one in the Visual Studio Code. Before opening this one, we need to go into the project folder. So cd hello world, and I am opening that one in a Visual Studio Code. So let's try to open. So I have opened it here. Now if you try to see here, these are the list of files, right? So this is the source folder. This is the place where all our project files will be placed. So where we will be doing most of the coding in this folder only. And here you will be having a app folder. In this app folder, you'll be able to see one of the component, that is app component. So the app component will consist of 4 files. That is the TS file where we will be writing the logic, and a spec file where we will be writing the unit test, and the HTML file which will be HTML template, and the CSS file where we will be writing the styles. So these are 4 files comprises of the component. Now this is the app component and this is the module thing. Now let's try to see. Let's try to run this one and see. Okay, I am opening this one at the separate like this, and I want to open this one. Okay, let's try to open this one. Yeah, here. And for running this application, what we need to do? So we need to use the command ngserv -o. Okay, so let's try to see. So ngserv -o means directly after compiling the application, directly open the browser. So ngserv means it will just compile the application, but we need to manually open the browser. But -o means it will automatically open your default browser. So it will take some time to generate the bundles, and you need to open that one. So it will take some time. Now here the Angular application is successfully compiled, and here we are able to see the output. Automatically it has been opened in the browser. Now where is this output is coming? So this output is coming from the app component.html. If you try to see here, so there is a lot way of code is written. So this is the place where the HTML is there. Now I will remove this all the things, and just I will write div Leela WebDev. So our channel name, I am giving our channel name. Let's try to see the output. So if you try to save it, automatically the browser will be refreshed. Okay, it's a hot reloading. Whenever you want to try to do the changes in your code, automatically the browser will refresh. So when you try to save it, automatically in the bottom it will be compiled. So if you try to see here, I have clicked 4 and I have saved it. So automatically it will be compiled, and automatically the browser also will be refreshed. So this is the way how the Angular CLI works. Now what I will try to do is, let's try to create the component. Now I am creating a component. Let's try to see it. Okay, so try to open this one. Yeah, here, and let's clear it out. So now I want to create a component with name customer. So ngGC customer. So what I can do, ngGC customer. So now before creating the customer, so we need to cross check that one. We need to cross check before creating a component. How can we cross check that one? What are the files that are going to be created? So here I can use an option -d. Now press enter. Now if I press enter, Now it will show you the files what are going to be created. So it will not create the files directly. It will just tell that these are the files that are going to be created in your application when you run this command without -d. Now if you try to see here, create, update. So what are the files that are going to be created and what are the files that are going to be updated? And if you try to see, these are all the files, component files that are going to be created, and this is the place where it is going to be updated. Why it is going to be updated, we'll try to learn. Now these are the, so if everything goes well means, so okay fine, I can type again ngGC customer. Now I will try to run the command without -d. Now if I press enter, now if you try to see here, as soon as this one has executed, so now if you try to see, now the command has successfully executed. Now if you try to see in the app folder, you'll be seeing that a new folder has been created with the name customer. If you try to open this customer folder, and here we are having the 4 component files. So one is the TypeScript logic and spec file, HTML file and the CSS file. Now let's try to open this one, the TS file, and here you'll be able to see that selector, template, style, URLs, everything has been created. Okay. Now let's try to create another component. Now what I will try to do, ngGC, this time I will try to create orders. Okay. Now here I want to use the view encapsulation. So --view encapsulation. I want to use the encapsulation as emulated. Okay. Now I will try to run the D. So what are the files going to be created, and also is the command correct or not? Let's try to see. And if I press D, now if you see here, so these are the files that are going to be created. So these are the files that are going to be created. It is telling. Now you may be getting a doubt that how can we able to know? So if we take any mistake, spelling mistake or emulated spelling mistake or anything, if I written means, so will that code will tell or not? So now if you try to write here, so this type of emulated, this thing is not existing, right? So now if I try to press enter, the Angular CLI automatically throws the error that this command emulated is not supported. So these are the values that are supported in the encapsulation is saying. So either emulated, none or shadow DOM. Okay. So by this way we will be able to know that the command what we are going to be created is correct or not. So we'll be able to know. And now in this one only I want to apply the change detection strategy also. So what I can do here, change -detection, okay, on push. So on push and default, right? So now I will be using on push. Now again I will try to run -d so that you'll be able to know that the spelling mistakes and all those things, the command is correct or not. So let's try to see the -d. Yeah, everything is correct. Now we know the shorthand notation for this one. For view encapsulation, so what you can do, you can write just -v. And for change detection, what we can do, so just we can write -c, right? Just let's try to implement this -c and also -v. Now what we have did, now the command has been converted into a shorthand notation that ngGC orders -v emulated, that means view encapsulation emulated, and the change detection strategy -c, the shorthand notation on push. And I am going to check that -d so that the command what I have entered is correct or not. Now if the files are going to be created means, so then we are perfect that the command is correct. So now I will try to run this command without using the -d. Now these files will be created. Now the component will be created, the orders, the component with the name orders will be created with view encapsulation emulated and the change detection strategy on push. Now let's try to see the files. Now if you try to see the files, so here you will be able to see another folder has been created with the name orders, and if you try to open these orders, similarly the component files are existing. Now let's try to open this TS file. If you open this TS file, okay, now if you try to see here, the encapsulation has been set to emulated, and also the change detection strategy has also been set to on push. So we have successfully used this command. Using the command line, we have created the encapsulation and the change detection strategy. And another one what I want to see, what I want to know is, so if you want to know what are the files that have been created, so if you want to see means, I can also check it here in the Git also. So here these are the files that are going to be created. If you want to commit means you can commit, or if you want to check the changes means you can also check the changes from here. And now if you try to see, the one thing what we have discussed in the middle thing is, so these 4 files are getting created for the component. Okay, fine. So what is this last the file going to be up? Why it is getting updated? Let's try to open this app.module.ts and let's try to check it. So if I try to open this app.module.ts, okay, so this is the app.module.ts. In this app.module.ts, if I want to check the changes, what the Angular CLI has did the changes here, if you want to see means, so here the two pluses are there. That means these are the two lines that are added by the Angular CLI. And also here the red means this line has been removed, and in the place of this line, these three lines has been added. So these are the changes that Angular CLI has made. Now if you try to see what are these changes means, so just whatever the components that we have created, so that is the customer component and the orders component, these two components has been added in the app.module.ts file. So why these components has been added? So because the Angular application somehow has to know that what are the components that are created and what are the components that are going to be used in this application. Somewhere the Angular application has to know. So creating just directly the folder is not sufficient, right? So somehow the Angular has to know about the component so that we can use that component wherever we want in that Angular application. So the file where we will be writing that is nothing but the app.module.ts. So this is how we will be creating the component using this Angular CLI. So hope you understood about this command ng generate component and how to create the components in this Angular application. Hope you understood about this one. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.